and welcome to our podcast. I'm your Sara. Today we are exploring a fascinating philosophical concept, postmodernism, reality or illusion. Have you ever wondered if what we see online every day is genuinely real or just some carefully edited version of reality, a simulation? Are we carefully living like Truman? And if so, how can we be sure we are not trapped inside our own Truman show? With these two questions in mind, let's dive into today's topic. Let's briefly look at modernism first. Modernism emphasizes sense, reason, and logic, believing the world can be explained objectively. However, postmodernism argues that reality isn't fixed truth, it's narrative shaped by diverse cultures and power structures. Our identities and worldviews constantly evolve, influenced by numerous overlapping social facets. Instead of a single narrative, postmodernism embraces multiple perspectives, fostering multiculturalism. Now, let's explore 5 key postmodernist techniques to better understand how our perception of reality is constructed. Okay, the first technique I'd like to share is irony and self-referentiality, illustrated by the novel Holy Mother, that by Japanese suspense writer Reikako Akiyoshi, which I just finished reading. This story around the baby disappearance case and the title Holy Mother itself is deeply ironic, showcasing the complexity and diversity of maternal love. Holy Mother employs multiple narrative perspectives, with each character's account being distinguished, subjective, or even deceptive. Continue reminder readers, what you are reading may not be the truth, but rather the subjective world is each character's. This self-referential narrative technique makes readers realize, upon discovering the truth at the end, that they have been trapped into the other's carefully constructed narrow math all along. Okay, the second technique I want to discuss is fragmented and non-linear narratives. Again, example by Holy Mother. In traditional stories, we know we are accustomed to clear narrative structures and endings. However, Holy Mother breaks away from this linear narrative entirely. The novel uses fragmented memories and monologues from different characters, frequently jumping timelines to piece together the complex story. This long, linear, fragmented narrative style focuses us to engage actively, experiencing the character's confusion and struggle more vividly, and generally feeling the complexity and the uncertainty of reality itself. We can sense that postmodernist narratives don't seek definite answers but encourage readers to explore and question through fragmented stories, viewing our world from a more open perspective. Next, let's talk about another 2 more techniques about postmodernism: deconstruction of power and culture criticism and ambiguity and multiple endings. Using another favorite of mine, Cyberpunk Edgerunners. In this series, the deconstruction of power is portrayed through the protagonist's struggle in a highly commercialized, technique-driven society. giant corporations formally control every aspect of the city. And though technology grants extremely power, it also depends social inequality by critically deconstruction technology and capitalism. The series encourages viewers to reflect on real-world power structures. And the series features an open-ended conclusion, not clearly revealing the characters' futures, but leaving multiple interpretive possibilities. Different viewers can have varied understanding. It invites viewers to actively participate in interpretations and the construction meaning from the story. Finally, let's discuss hyperreality and the simulacra, another form of postmodern expression. Have you ever felt that things online seem genuinely real but somehow fake? This feeling exemplifies the postmodern concept of hyperreality or simulacra. We often see various perfect lives showcased on social media, like perfect vacations and tempting food photos like that, all carefully planned and edited. These images appear authentic but are merely meticulously crafted simulations, far from the poster's everyday reality. A French sociologist and philosopher, Jean Baudrillard, once cited Disneyland as a classic example of hyperreality, stating that Disneyland created an idealized virtual reality where visitors become immersed, forgetting real-world problems and contradictions, sometimes feeling that the theme park is even more real than reality. Okay, these examples demonstrate that hyperreality isn't just an abstract philosophical concept, but deeply embedded in every aspect of our daily lives. To conclude, after exploring these postmodern techniques, let's return to our initial question. Are we really not living in the Truman Show? Imagine your life is planned. Social media algorithms shape what you see. Market influences your preferences, and your belief may result from culture conditioning. Is your reality generously yours or constructed by others? From a postmodern viewpoint, perhaps there's no clear answer. Maybe the best we can do is acknowledge this constructed reality, continuously question assumed truths, reflect on our surroundings, and approach the world's complexity and diversity with an open mind. Okay, but before we go, let's bring it back to postmodernism. If reality is constructed through culture, media, and personal experience, then nothing is ever as fixed. Postmodernism doesn't give us answers, it just gives us questions. It asks us to challenge what we take for granted, to see beyond it a single perspective, and to accept that multiple truths can exist at once. Maybe that's the real takeaway. There is no final version of reality, just endless interpretations. And if that's the case, then the way we see the world is always up for debate. So, as you go about your day, ask yourself, is this the only way to see things or just one of many? Keep questions and most importantly, stay open to new perspectives. Thanks again for listening. See you in the next episode. Bye bye.